Let's be honest, working a normal job can suck, and sometimes it can be hard to find a job because of your age or lack of work experience. But you've got to make money somehow. How else are you supposed to afford those new AirPods? In all seriousness though, the world runs on money, and if you ever want to start functioning in it, you'll need money too. So I'm going to show you 5 easy ways to make money without working a normal job. Number 1, selling free stuff. Most people probably don't think of this one, but Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace have a free section on them. So what you do is you go on there and search their free section for stuff that you think you might be able to sell. Ideally, you should try to find something like a desk, an old window air conditioner, antique dishes, or anything else that you think you can sell for at least $10, and then resell it on the same site for a profit. Now, some people might think, this is a mean thing to do to This is a mean thing to do to someone. Take people's belongings for free and make money off them? If it's worth something, they should get the money too. And they'd be wrong. Most people that are giving stuff away for free are doing so because they can't stand to see it thrown in the garbage. They'd rather someone else find a use for it than it end up in a landfill. And as for the people buying it, you have to remember that you're doing the work of finding the item, cleaning it up a bit, and presenting them with what you found. You're bringing value to the situation, as well as finding a new home for something that would otherwise be collecting dust or in someone's garbage. So, in the end, it ends up being a win for everyone, and everyone gets what they wanted. Now, this is something that you can do in your spare time, but I would recommend doing it with a partner, or at least having someone with you just for safety's sake. Most of the time it's pretty safe, but you really shouldn't take any unnecessary risks. After all, you are meeting strangers on the internet at their house. Number 2, running social media accounts and selling ads on them. This is actually something I do in my spare time. I think it's a lot of fun, especially if you have an account that's in a genre that you already like, such as cars, sports, animals, memes, or other niches that you like. And you can post other people's ads on your page for money. When you first get started, it might only be a few dollars, but after a while, those dollars will start adding up, and then you can charge more for your ads. It can take a while to build up a following big enough to post ads to. But if you ask me, it's absolutely worth it, and honestly, it blows my mind that you can make money from what basically adds up to a hobby. As with everything, it can take time to build up a following and learn all the little posting tricks. But if you're interested in doing this, I recommend doing some of your own research. Searching it out on your own will help you grow loads faster than if you were to do it on your own. Also, if you'd like for me to make a video on how to grow an Instagram page, let me know in the comments. I'd love to make some videos on it if any of you are interested. Oh, and while you're down there, why don't you go ahead and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Alright, number 3, money flipping. So, this one's kind of unique. What you do is you go to the bank, preferably one that you or your parents go to, and tell them that you want to start collecting old bills and coins. Explain that if they ever find some, you'd love to buy it from them for whatever face value is. So if it's a 1980 $20 bill, you would pay $20 for that bill. The way you make money from flipping money is take these old bills and coins and sell them to collectors on apps like eBay. Also, once you've collected a few older bills from the bank, you might want to thank them for their help and maybe give them some chocolates or something just as a thank you, because they're going out of their way for you, and that really should be rewarded. Now, before you start, you need to know what you're looking for. The most obvious thing to do is to make sure the bills are actually old. So you'll want to get bills older than around 1990. But the big money comes from flipping bills that are from the 1920s to the 1960s. So if you're able to find any of those, you've just about hit the holy grail of old currency. Another thing to look for is what's called a star note. They're extremely rare and can be worth quite a bit in the money collecting world. I won't get into exactly why these bills are worth more, other than the government just printed less of them. But if you really want to know all the details, you can just Google it or find a YouTube video explaining it. As for prices, here are some examples. I've seen some 1950s Star Note $100 bills going for $200, and 1950s $50 notes going for over $150. That's a huge profit off of doing nearly nothing. Now, you do have to take into consideration that the bill's condition does have an effect on its pricing. But after it's all said and done, flipping currency is basically a no-lose way to earn more money. You can see some rough estimated prices of bills on papermoneyguide.com. After all, if you do think this is a good fit for you to make some extra money, I highly recommend doing more research on 1. Selling on eBay because there are some fees, and 2. Finding out what old currency is worth. Alright, number 4. Garage sale and Goodwill flipping. This can be a great way to make more money in your spare time. You can find some great stuff to sell at used stores, even if they don't look like much. Toys, sports jerseys, furniture. There are loads of collectors out there that love collecting old toys from their childhood, and used stores and garage sales are typically littered with them. Same thing with used sports jerseys and furniture. You can actually sit there on your phone looking up the prices on eBay to see what they're going for and buy them if they're worth the hassle of taking home. As for furniture, all you really have to do is repaint it and list it on Facebook Marketplace, as long as you have room in your house to store it. Most of this does take some extra money to get started, but really it's not much, and it's very little risk, so it's hard to lose money. Just remember to take condition into consideration before you buy whatever it is that you find. And last but not least, number 5, flipping collectible shoes. Flipping shoes like Yeezys and other big name shoes can be a great way to make quite a bit of money. I know someone that makes around $1,500 a month flipping these shoes on apps like eBay, Goat, and StockX. Flipping shoes and other high fashion items can really bring in the big bucks. There are plenty of people out there making livable profits off of doing this full time. However, if you are thinking of trying this, it does take a few $100s to get started and plenty of time learning from YouTube tutorials. Some things that you'll have to watch out for are too good to be true deals. You want to make sure that you're buying from a trustworthy source and not some shady guy on eBay with only one review. The other issue that you can run into is with your PayPal account. PayPal's not used to people taking in such a large amount of money per month. So sometimes PayPal will freeze your money. And since you have to rely on reinvesting that income into more shoes, that can hold up your store for several months. Sorry PayPal, but your customer service can be slow. But don't let any of that discourage you from trying it out. There's a difference between healthy caution and being too scared to take managed risks and make money. Trust me, been there, done that. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, even if it's random. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you enjoy these types of videos, go ahead and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.